Hey guys, what's up? I'm gonna go over this trade on CLEU today. Um, so let's start off by talking about this week. It's been very difficult. I mean, the start to September has been difficult. It's basically the action that we've had in August is completely different. So it's a little bit annoying. But my goal is just to follow the stats, take the trades as they come, and wherever the hands lay at the end of the month is what happens. Um, However the cards are dealt, that's how they're dealt. Um, but overall, the systems that we trade, the YGS, it's been a profitable system month to month. So, um, you know, is September going to follow stats like it usually does, or is it going to be an unprofitable month? We don't know, but we can just we all we can do is look back to what happened previously and make conclusions based off of that. So the system itself is a profitable system, but there hasn't been an unprofitable month. August, if I knew what I knew before uh, going into August, I would have made a lot, but now that we've made some adjustments to the system, we should be doing much better. Um, Either way, this week's been tough. We had a few trades on Monday that didn't work, and then the rest of the week it's been dead. So that sucked, kind of. I've just been scalping basically. But so CLEU today popped up, perfect timing for live trading. Um, uh, Not the best, price action that I've seen, or would like pre-market or on the daily, we can see that on this daily, it can definitely run for a while. Um, but this is a China stock, and it's generally a pump and dump type stock, so if it works, it's really gonna work. Um, the difficult part with this one was the daily and trying to figure out a level for me to play off of. I there's just so much there's so much not consolidation, but there's just a lot of movement within even just this channel here between the 115 or so and the 150. You could call it the 120 to 150. um it's tough to find a good level in between that, which is kind of why I struggled to get a good entry this morning, because I didn't really know where to get in. I knew where my risk was depending on where it opened. I knew what I was gonna try to do and just be patient and try to go for the exit at the close. But in terms of where do I want to enter, all I was really using was basically, so I wanted to get in somewhere in this channel, ideally um, over the opening price. But that was just such a wide channel. I wasn't really sure. Do I try to go for a pre-market test? Maybe it'll fail off of that, or do I wait for the outer line at 150? I don't know. So it was a bit hard, and I just made a quick decision on the spot to just get in at it was like 123 and a half or 124. Um, and then it ripped to 134, and I'm like, man, that's another 7% that I could have captured if I had a better entry. Um, but it's okay. Um, I'm okay with getting anywhere over the opening price, because as long as I do that, my risk will always be smaller, um, and my wins should generally always be bigger if I can do that. Granted, I didn't get an entry much higher than the open, but it's still better than nothing. Um, but yeah, that's why I wasn't. That's why my entry kind of sucked. I wasn't really sure where to get in. But it ran into pre-market high. It looked like it stalled out, so I just hit it. And then just didn't look back. Um, if you guys had a great entry, and if you're building an account again, what we went over today was, I recommend you guys take that flush in the morning. So if you had got in, let's just say at $1.30, um, or the 128, 129, and a flush down to 113, that's a 10% move, if not more. So if you're building an account, you should be taking that. uh, highly recommend taking that trade. And then you can always get back in on a bounce. You can always get back in, over this pop, over VWAP, over maybe a 120, 121 entry. Um, and, now you have a trade that is likely going to work because it's already dumped so hard. It's already set your risk, at 134. And so it's basically like taking a second trade, or you can scalp, the rest of the day, who knows. But you can take your 10%. Now, even if you lose, all you're going to lose is just what you made this morning. So now you're just break even on the day, which is a lot better than, having a red day. So, you basically have a second shot at another trade. And that's what happened. For me, it wasn't quite enough for me to cover, and plus my target this month is always at the close. But so I just ended up holding through all this. Wasn't really down much at all, except from the open because I got in early. But after it stuffed and failed, the only time I was really down was I was down, a penny. Um, so maybe down $100 at most, right into this push to 125. And then after that, it just ended up failing, and then had a nice dump to, basically 104. I ended up taking it off at 107. My goal is always the close, but it's been a rough week, and I just wanted to lock in. I was like, you know what, I'll just lock in my gains. It was a nice, for me, I think it was a 14% win or so. I'll take it. Yeah, if it goes to $1 or 95 cents or 90 cents, I'll be very pissed. But again, that's taking losses and then having to trade after taking those losses is difficult because you might make decisions that you would not have otherwise made if you had not taken a loss. So you can just try to do your best to stick to your rules, and then go from there. So that was CLEU, a nice solid trade to end the week. Finally, we got something good. Hopefully better action next week, but we'll see. And the goal is to always just trade the setups as they come, and try to stay patient for them and not take out of system trades. All right, guys, have a good weekend.